the major service that we do in Egypt, it's the small businesses. We give small loans to start small business, and this is can range from as small as 1,000 Egyptian pound up to 5 or sometime 10,000 Egyptian pounds. And with this small business, we actually help people to make their own income instead of just give them money. So 70% of our income and our donation goes for this cause. Um, our donation, thanks God, in the past 2 years, it exceeded $800,000, and that's exceeding 14 million Egyptian pounds in 2 years. And 70% of that went for the small loans and small businesses. These businesses is located ranging from Alexandria in the north to actually Aswan all the way in the south. And specifically Aswan is one of our most successful area in small businesses. We have hundreds of small businesses established over there. And we get our money back from the small business. When we give loans, of course, it's interest-free. And we get our money back on monthly payment. And this money back help actually to establish a new business in the same area. So any money you donate actually to small business area, it's not gonna disappear in some project. Actually, it can keep coming back. It can keep investing. So this is hopefully after certain years, all these businesses can be self-sufficient. And we're thinking about 7 or 8 years. You don't need to put any more money on this small business. It's gonna be self-sufficient to restart its own businesses. Other services that we do, like from the experience of Yusuf from before, is housing, of course. He did, he served many years with the housing services in Egypt, either build some new houses or bathrooms, especially in the situation where we have multiple family live in the same house. Marriage cases, to get married now in Egypt is a problem. It's very costing. So marriage cases continue to take part of our donation. Medical cases. We do medical cases in two forms, either directly with the cases when we study some cases like the case we were looking at for the renal transplant, or for dialysis like Otsa Abuna was saying. Sometimes we give prosthetic for someone who lost a limb. Or we can do the services indirectly through the medical mission that comes out from Cairo, and they go to different villages. We donate to these medical missions through medical supplies. They will ask us for some like blood analysis unit or ultrasound or echocardiogram. They ask us specifically for this instrument, and we donate it to them, and they serve with it the poor in the villages. One of the other services, actually, Ustaz Yusuf was mentioning, which is very important, because I have a lot of friends who like to donate some money to Egypt, to a certain area in Egypt, or they want to do specific service. We are willing to do that for any person who wants to donate money to Egypt, but we're gonna use his money not to just donate it directly, but actually we're gonna do a service with this money, the service of your choice. You wanna donate it for medical care of patients, for, in a needy patient in Egypt, you want to donate it for some orphanage, just tell us what you need to be done with your money in a specific area, and it will be done. We have a huge network of servants in Egypt, ranging from, like I said, from Alexandria to Aswan. Most of the area, we have servants, and those servants, they work for free. That actually make our organization one of the best organization that doesn't spend on the administration much. We use 99% of our donation to go directly to the poor. And that is one of the reason I started actually, and I joined the organization with Ustaz Yusuf when we started 2 years ago. That number one, all the money that you donate will go for one and one reason only, to help the poor. No other reason. There is a lot of other reasons you can donate money to, and they all wonderful reasons. You can donate to build churches, or to donate for many things. But our organization purely to help the poor. So any donation we spend, any money we spend from the donation, it go for one reason, to help the poor. The second thing is the administration fee, which is less than 1%. So more than 99% of your money, it goes through the service. And actually, Ustaz Yusuf runs very organized organization. He has very well documented bookkeeping. I never saw something like that in my life. So if any one of you like to see our donations, how much we're getting, and what projects we're giving, it's all documented to the dollar. One of the other services also, as Yusuf mentioned, which is the emergency service, 911 service, and hopefully we can let this information be available to everyone, every poor family in Egypt, because there is some situation in Egypt, it doesn't have the time to go through the bureaucratic ways of service. There is bureaucratic way of service everywhere, even in any organization. Someone is sick, you need to speak with Abuna. Abuna, you need to find another servant who working with us, who has to call Yusuf here, who has to agree on the service, and we have to make sure it's a legit service first, or legit case. Then after we approval, we tell our servant in Egypt to spend the money or actually do the service itself. And in emergency cases, someone is really sick, he need an operation within a day or two, cannot wait for this time. Or someone who lost their house on a fire, they need place to stay tonight in it. So this emergency situation cannot wait for our routine process of service. So we're gonna establish a phone numbers here in the state, and few phone numbers in Egypt, depend on the location. And through this phone number, the person himself who is in a bad shape, or someone relative of him, someone who know him, he can call and ask for emergency help, which we're gonna expedite the service. We're gonna try to do it within a day or two. And that hopefully can alleviate some of the suffering from our brothers in Egypt. So this is the services what we have been doing for 2 years. And I'd like, secondly, I'm going to speak about the way you can help. But before that, I just want to say, and actually, a small, tiny spiritual word, um, because maybe, I'm not gonna replace Sayyidina, but I don't know if Sayyidina gonna come today or not. Actually, I cannot see him, but actually, I heard this talk from couple of priests. It's about the parable of the 10 virgins, the 5 wise virgins and the 5 foolish virgins. And they explain about the oil that was lacking with the foolish virgins, and it prevented them from entering the kingdom of God. And a lot of people agreed that this oil that they were lacking, you can purchase this oil only from one place, from the poor people, because this is the service, the help that you can give to the poor, and in return, you can keep an oil in your lantern. And no one can borrow an oil from someone else. No one can borrow a service and donation from someone else. Each one has to benefit his own. And unfortunately, the 5 foolish, they had to go to buy for their own self an oil from the poor, but it was too late. So this is great opportunity to buy an oil and always have your oil filled and always have your lantern filled with oil, because you never know when is the time and when is the hour and the day when we'll be asked to wake up and open our doors for the second coming. Also, a second thing I want to say about when Jesus, he was asked about how to enter the kingdom of God. How we're going to be judged in the last day. And he divided the people to his right, to his left. He put the sheep on his right, the goats to his left. What was the question he was asking everyone? He didn't ask everyone how many times you were praying every day, how many times did you go to the church in the last year, or how long you have been fasting. He didn't ask any of this question. He asked them, did you feed me when I was thirsty? Did you feed me when I was hungry? Did you give me drink when I was thirsty? Did you visit me when I was sick? Or visit me when I was in prison? Or give me shelter when I was homeless? This is the only 5 things he asked. And this is the same question will be asked. So I think the true religion, as it mentioned in Book of Acts, is taking care of the poor. This is the truly religion. So the way you can help us, the most important thing, I think, is the word of the mouth. If you speak to your relative, to your friends about this service, about what we do, about what we offer, and invite them to take blessing in this service. Now, in the era we live in, the social media is very, very powerful tool. We are on the Facebook at Build Love and Hope, St. Mary and Pope Kyrillos. If you can go to the Facebook, everyone, I believe, go to the Facebook few times a day, I think. If you go and like our page in the Facebook, and also have a YouTube page if you participate, become a member and follow us in our YouTube. That will be a great help. We are looking forward to get the maximum amount of people to commit for a monthly donation, monthly membership to us. I believe each one of us, they pay their tithes to their church or to multiple destination. And if it's great idea to have part of your tithes donated to our charity organization. Yeah, that Ustaz Yusuf is saying we have a credit card, actually with us here, a credit card machine, and we have a credit card donation over our website. You can do a monthly donation. Doesn't matter how much, as long as it's every month. You take a blessing, and you know that your monthly income being blessed. And when, as organization, we have a monthly income coming up because the needs from Egypt doesn't stop. Every day, Ustaz Yusuf getting on his Viper, on his iPad, requests for many service everywhere in Egypt. Whenever we have money, we send it to this project. So the demand is there, and it is non-stopping. So we plead for every one of you to commit for us. I know you already committed by coming here, and you came in previous banquet. That is great and highly appreciated, and may God reward you on earth as it is in heaven. And we're asking if you can continue to do that through monthly donation. That will be great. Also, like Ustaz Yusuf was mentioning, we have some icons and some gifts in the back if you want to take a blessing. And we have a raffle also, tickets going around. Thank you again for coming. We really, really, really appreciate you taking the time of your day to come and drive all the way here and give us the blessing of your presence with us. God bless you. God bless your families. God reward you success and reward you more by heavenly blessing. Thank you very much.